Hello friends. I'm trying to figure out if we're live. I think we are live. I definitely think we are live. Welcome, and sorry to keep you waiting. A bit of technical issues there in the beginning, but now I think it should all work. This Streamlabs update keeps giving me a bit of headache, but welcome to another live stream. Today I will be just wandering around some random streets in Kawasaki, and eventually the goal is to reach Musashi-Kosugi, which is this area with lots of high-rise buildings, which is a good goal because you can see it from almost anywhere. Not exactly from this street, but yeah, just walking through random residential areas for, I'm guessing it will take me about an hour or so. So should be a pretty quiet walk. Always love this little shrine. I passed this a few times before. Very, very cute. Yeah, I'm not gonna head into central Tokyo today, just because it's weekend and the trains are a little bit too full of people for my liking. So have to stay within walking distance from my house, but hope that's okay. I know that a lot of you actually really enjoy seeing these local areas as well. I get a lot of messages from people telling me that these are more interesting than Shibuya and Shinjuku and those other areas that has already been shown countless times on my channel and on others. So I'm trying to keep a mix of things here. Well, this looks like these people have a pretty nice garden in here. It's massive by Japanese standards. So yeah, now we're just south of the border to Tokyo, so technically we're in Kawasaki City, not Tokyo, and we're in Kanagawa Prefecture rather than the Tokyo City. But basically the entire Kanto area where Tokyo and Yokohama is located, they've all basically just blended into this massive mega city anyway, so there's no clear border. Oh, hello Jenny. Good to see you, since you couldn't make it yesterday to my little window shopping tour of Akihabara. Ouch, you just got your wisdom tooth removed. That sounds painful. Hope you're okay. Oh wow, you will move to Musashi-Kosugi. What a timing. We will get there in about an hour. We're still pretty far away from Musashi-Kosugi. Hej Joel. God morgon. Eller god kväll kanske jag ska säga till dig. Hi. Hi there. Oh. You don't love me, eh? That's helicopter. So far, no helicopter. expect me to get lost and end up bump into dead ends a couple of times this stream because I have no idea where we will be walking. Local people cleaning up in front of their house. Ohayou gozaimasu. Very quiet, yeah. And yeah, let's hope that there's no dead people at the dead ends. Residential areas in Japan, even in central Tokyo actually, tend to be very quiet. As long as you stay away from the big main streets, it's super quiet. It's 10 o'clock in the morning over here. Count the cons. I will not, but if any of my viewers want to, you're very welcome to do so. Oh, some very big structure here. What's the weather? Good question. Let's weather check. It's 8 degrees and sunny according to Google, but I'm strongly disagreeing. So okay, first time today that I got lost. Let's walk this way. Towards Kawasaki Stadium or Tama River. For a while I was thinking about walking along the Tama River, but since I did a Tama River walk just a few days ago, I thought that let's not do that today. But who knows? I might bump into the river. Looks like we will have a pretty nice day today. Later, 14 degrees and sun. Oh, dead end there, okay. You're a bit drunk, I see. Well, it's still Saturday night over there, right? Or no, it's Sunday now, Sunday night, Sunday morning. It's okay to be drunk in the weekend sometime. Did you get the Norwegian coffee and was it good? Yes, I did get a coffee and it was very good after that long walk. I really enjoyed it. Drank it very slowly and then I actually took a train back home. Will the Olympics be hosted in 2021 as scheduled? I don't know. I don't think anyone knows the answer to that question right now. Because a lot of things can happen, but they still say that they will do it, and I still guess that it won't be possible, at least not to have anything that will look like a normal Olympics. maybe some abnormal Olympics. What's the plan for work? I'm heading to Kyushu again on Wednesday, so I'm looking forward to that. Should be fun. Oh, okay, now I ended up here. Huh, that was not really planned, but this is one of the places where I used to go and play DDR sometimes. Oh, look, we have helicopter incoming. Helicopter! Yay! Oh, wow. Local firemen are practicing. Hey, you can add me on Instagram and send it there. The link to my Instagram is in the video description if you're not already following me. No snow, no. It's going to be 15 degrees here today, so it's still relatively warm. When it snows here, it's usually in January, February. Let's cross here. And I can show you a map. Tjena P.O. Per-Ola. Hope you're having a great weekend. 10 degrees in Stockholm. Okay, not so cold. So a little bit of a map update. We're close to Mizonokuchi, which is a station that I've walked past many times in my videos. And we're walking like east along the Tama River. I'm not gonna follow this exact route because it's mostly along the big street and that's pretty boring. But walking down to Musashi-Kosugi station area. So that's the plan. Maybe next time we can go to Yokohama. Yeah, maybe. It's a bit far for me to go to Yokohama, but I've been thinking about doing a stream from Yokohama for quite some time, so could be nice. If we have like a day with really nice weather and I have some time, I might do it. This cute little river. Yeah, she was really rushing. It's very quiet, I know. Thank you, Joel. I just got your link. I will take a look at it after the stream. We are in Kawasaki, which is pretty big, but I did a little map check a while ago. Let's take a look at it again. We are here. And heading towards Musashi-Kosugi. I might stop by this park. I actually haven't been here before, so I might check that out. On my way there as well. Looks funny with that one car. Yeah, it is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Very residential area. The weather will clear up. It would be so much better if it was sunny. Biru, skål! That was cute. The parking machine was playing a cute little song. Fungus. I wonder what they're growing here. Obviously nothing this time of the year. It looks pretty poorly maintained. Maybe it's abandoned. It's crazy how you can still find like empty plots of land like this. Oh yeah, the 4G gods are not with us. Everything looks good here on my end, but yeah, not grape trees, pretty sure about that. Stutter and skipping, that's too bad. It looks, yeah, I usually get warnings and error messages and whatnot when the stream can't keep up, but here on my end it looks fine. So maybe it's something happening between Tokyo and Australia. Look at this cute dog here. Yeah, golden retriever it was. Wow, 201 people watching. I walk through this bland and pretty boring area. Yeah, side streets are very narrow here. Most of the layout dates back to, you know, before the times when there were cars. So it's not really an easy country to drive in, I would say, at least, you know, in these local areas. Pretty good for biking though. Musashi-Kosugi is in Kawasaki. It's one of the main, like one of the bigger areas of Kawasaki, like in terms of, you know, population density and train lines and commercial activity and so on. House prices where I'm walking right now would probably be relatively low. We're far from any station and it's not a very attractive area in general. So you know, if you cross the river so that you're on the Tokyo side, not this tiny river, but the big Tama River, then you would probably see like a 30 to 50% price hike at least. Maybe even more than that, actually. But it's very peaceful and quiet, and I mean, from here you can get to central Tokyo in like less than 30 minutes by public transport. And also Yokohama and central Kawasaki are relatively accessible, so in that sense it's not so bad. Household. Now you can see in the distance some of the high rises in Musashi-Kosugi. I think once we get under this elevated highway we can get a relatively clear shot. I walked there once before, but that was at night, a long time ago, one of my earlier streams. I think actually at that time I also walked, I followed this river. Yeah, as a Swede I'm also pretty fascinated by high-rise buildings and big apartment complexes. We don't really have much of those in Sweden, so remarkable sense of prices when it comes to residential houses. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. I mean, I haven't really looked up, but I am quite interested in housing prices and enjoy just browsing like real estate websites every now and then. Kronprinsen, yeah, but not quite. That was like the tallest residential building in Malmö until turning torso was completed, wasn't it? I like Kronprinsen though. So for those who don't know, and that's probably most of you, we're talking about a house, like somewhat famous house in my hometown of Malmö, which used to be the highest. They even called it the skyscraper when I was young. I think it has like what, 15-20 floors. And that was like, yeah, that was a building that used to stand out a lot for its height back in the days. But compared to Tokyo, it's like, you know, yeah, it's nothing. And compared to most like big cities. "27 floors. Okay, well, that is kind of respectable, I guess." Here it's like, you know, 50 floors ish. You're working at Skanska, I see you well. Hello from Germany. Hello there. Around here it's a mix of both. I mean, you see, you have like detached houses and you have also tiny apartments. That's also a way you can kind of judge the real estate prices. Like if most apartment buildings look like this, like if they have, you know, very small apartments. See, this one is like 5 apartments on each floor, and each apartment is probably smaller than 20 square meters. Then you know that it's a pretty cheap area in general. And also if you see lots of like old apartment buildings like these ones, that's also usually a sign that the income level here is not so high. Here they even say that there's, you know, empty rooms available in this building. And also these houses looks abandoned. So yeah, there's many signs around here that tells me that this is a pretty cheap area. middle class, lower middle class. I would say maybe even lower than that. The lower the home, the lower the class in Japan. Not entirely. Actually, some of the most expensive apartments I've seen are like, 2-3 story buildings with like massive apartments in them and big gardens. You see a lot of those in the really expensive areas. So it's not really that straightforward, but generally, yeah, if you see bunch of newer high-rise buildings, that's usually a sign that things are a little bit more expensive. These so-called tower mansions, as they're called in Japanese, used to be very attractive and expensive before the big earthquake in 2011. I heard that after that the popularity dropped a little bit. Can you show us the creek? Sure. Just a moment. But I mean, if you also look at areas like, say, Daikanyama or where else, like Hiro, where I walked a few weeks ago, those are like really expensive areas, and there aren't many high-rise buildings around there. So yeah, it's not entirely straightforward. Thank you for the information. Are notifications still on? It really annoys me. Let me see if I can. Showing on stream. No, it should be hidden on stream. There we go. Check mark. Okay. I think I managed to switch off those notifications, but I don't know. Oops. Now something happened with the chat. Does Japan zone commercial and residential areas? Yes, they have pretty intricate zoning laws. I think Life where I'm from, which is a great YouTuber here in Tokyo, he did a video talking about those zoning, the zoning system in Japan. I don't remember the name of the video off the top of my head, but it's I think in one of the videos about like housing costs in Japan. He has several videos on that subject, so if you're interested, you should definitely check out that channel. Thank you, Irvan. Thank you, Irvan. Yeah, he's awesome. He's probably my favorite Tokyo YouTuber. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Morning coffee o'clock. Yes, I should grab a coffee somewhere. Are you still getting those notifications? Or did I manage to switch them off now? No notifications now. Okay, great. Huh. If anyone knows the name of this fruit, let me know in the chat. I'm always guessing like yuzu whenever I see like some citrus fruit here in Japan, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case. Was it yuzu? I don't know. No, probably not free for picking. That tree was standing on someone's land. So, tangerine, maybe, mikan, maybe. Oh, thank you, Joel. You found the link. Yeah, those of you who are interested in the housing market and how things work here in Tokyo in general should definitely check out his channel. Someone eating a yuzu bear. You flew Palm Pilots. Okay, that's why you're a pilot girl. I see. I used to have a Palm Pilot myself back in the days, like when I was in high school or something. It was really useless, but I thought it was super cool anyway. Yeah, fungus. I think I got the cheapest version. Like they had like, I think they released one version which was like half the price compared to everything else, and that's the one I got. Like it was still a lot of money for me back then though, but I thought it was so cool, so it was worth it. But in the end, I think I didn't really use it for much more than playing like solitaire every once in a while. Here we have one new building with 2 apartments in it. Maybe it's like a, what do you call it, like generational home, which are still relatively common here in Japan, that people live with like their parents, like in the same building but in separate apartments. that a conveni to the left? No, that was not a conveni to the left. I don't think so. Unless there's like terrible lag. I passed the conveni a few minutes ago. There was a Lhasa not too long ago. See where we are now. Okay, we're like halfway to Musashi-Kosugi, I guess. And here we have Jenny's favorite Hello Kitty storage space. We've been seeing a lot of these in the last couple of days. I think that's also a pretty good sign that it's a low price, pretty low, higher land prices. And we always see them in kind of weird spots far from a station, and yeah. I wonder if they ever catch someone living in those storage. Oh, here's another one. I don't think people would live in there in those. But who knows? Budget capsule hotel, yeah. Yeah, that's true, Jenny. It's not too far-fetched. They do make a lot of tiny homes from containers, so it could work. I just don't think it would be allowed to live in them in the current state. But for sure, I haven't really seen much of those kind of like the whole tiny house trend. Doesn't seem to be so big here in Japan yet, which is odd because a lot of people already do live in very tiny homes, so you would imagine that maybe they would catch on the trend of making them really like trying to make them a bit nicer and more efficient. Here you see another example on what I'm pretty sure are pretty tiny apartments. Most likely each of these windows is one apartment, so they're crammed really tight together. Oh, hello, the Hawaiian. Good to see you today. Where is everybody? Well, we're pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and it's still relatively early Sunday morning. But there's a bit of people here. There's a supermarket. You can see some people doing grocery shopping, but most of these streets are very quiet. Should have a bakery here. Yeah, maybe. It's not impossible. They do sometimes. Oh, here we see another example of what we found last weekend when I was up on the mountain. It's a tree with what looks like either cherry blossoms or plum blossoms, and it's December, which is kind of weird, but it does happen every now and then. What was the sign on the tree? Oh, sorry, I didn't catch that. Late bloomer or very early. This mini river is very clean. I don't know how clean it is. Doesn't look too bad from what I can see, but it smells a little bit funky. Weird question, but have you ever seen a place that serves Mexican food in Japan? Yeah. There's plenty of Mexican restaurants in Tokyo. Oh, here's another one of these weird plum. Let's see what the sign says. It actually says Jugatsu Sakura, so October Sakura. So it is a cherry blossom tree, not a plum tree. Let's see if we can get any focus on it though. My phone doesn't seem to want to. Maybe if I try to trick it like this. No, it just focuses on the background. Reflection reveal. Reflection alert. Well spotted. Yeah, I don't know if it's very late or very early. So here you see a good example of a slightly newer and a little bit more expensive apartment building. But this is probably also relatively cheap considering that it's quite far from any station. These apartments are probably more towards families, so they're probably in the 70 square meter, 70 to 80 square meter size range. Musashi-Kosugi, too far. We're getting there, but yeah, it's a pretty long walk. Yeah, if you would rent around here, maybe 150,000 to, yeah, probably something around that price. If it was a bit closer to any station, like within 10 minutes walk from a train station, it would probably be more like 200,000. Oh, thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. There's a little bit more people on the street now. Doesn't feel as sad and deserted as before. And I see plenty of like families with kids, so maybe this area is popular among families. $200K seems to get you a lot of places, like the sweet spot. It really depends on the location. Yeah, 40 square meters for one bedroom. If you pay $200K for that, that would probably be in like central Tokyo, because that's what I would consider quite pricey, especially if you're a single person. Around here, an apartment that size, like 40 square meters, would probably be 100,000 or less. Yeah, Minato, Chuo, yeah, those are expensive areas. Another supermarket, Marudai. This is not a big chain as far as I know. Oh, sun came out. Just for a very brief moment, it seems. Hello, which internet do you use? I have a mobile from Sushi Wi-Fi. What company is that? Sushi Wi-Fi sounds very dodgy. I am using a mobile Wi-Fi router from SoftBank with the 100 gigabyte plan. So that's what I'm using for most of my streams, but when I'm in central Tokyo or where Rakuten Mobile have reception, I sometimes use their network, because on Rakuten Mobile there's unlimited data. Is it better than potato Wi-Fi? I like seeing boring places. Great, then my channel is probably the right one for you, because I'm a big fan of boring places as well, like today. The one I use is for tourists and so expensive. I see. I'm actually using like my pocket Wi-Fi. This one is actually the SoftBank one. It's actually also from a rental shop. It's not one that's exclusively for tourists, and I actually found that it's cheaper to rent this and get these 100 gigs per month than to sign up directly with SoftBank for the same plan, which is very odd. But if you're interested, I'm using a company called Wi-Fi Rental Store, and this 100 gig plan is about 6,000 or 7,000 yen per month, I think, which is their most expensive monthly plan, but it's the only place I could find with 100 gigs of data directly on one of the big mobile networks here in Japan. It's usually working well. I've been pretty pleased with it so far. You see a school there? No school here, no. But I see that we are getting closer to Musashi-Kosugi. I see a graveyard. Yeah, it said school zone on the street. I see. So maybe there is a school somewhere around here then. Oh, this looks a bit interesting. Oh yeah, you're right. School zone. Look at this. Very beautiful. Very odd. This is a very gorgeous tree, and I think it is cherry blossoms, but or maybe this is plum. すいません。これ桜ですか？あ、梅じゃないですね。梅じゃなくて冬に咲く桜なんですよ。すごい。綺麗ですね。すごい立派な木。びっくりした。ねえ。あ、そうですか。So this guy tells me that this blooms twice, both now and also in the spring. すごいですね。すごい綺麗で。ねえ。そこに鳥がいますね。ねえ。ありがとうございます。すいません。 Ah, I should have asked him about the about those yuzu or whatever they were. Too late now though. As you all know, there's quite a bit of a lag between what you are seeing and when it happens in real time. So judging from your comments, it seems that it's probably somewhere between 30 seconds to a minute right now. He seemed very nice, yeah. Probably a local guy because he seemed to know that tree. Not just like right now, but it sounded like he had been there photographing it before as well. This is nice, it's really clearing up now. Can we cross here? I think we can. Yep. Now it's getting much nicer, like, you know, the whole maintenance and everything, because I think we're getting closer to Musashi-Kosugi, which is a little bit more expensive area, so they kind of do put a bit more money and energy into upkeep of the local streets around here. Thank you, person with Korean name. Happy to hear that you enjoy my videos. Inconceivable. The legend continues. Ah, you're starting the cone puns again. Yeah, a lot of joggers around here. I'm getting a bit warm as well. Been walking for well over an hour now, but only 7,300 steps. Should do a jogging live stream. I think it will be very shaky, the image. Not sure if this gimbal would be able to stabilize that kind of movement. Past 100 cones, wow. Can you run? I think I can, yeah. I could last time I tried. Yeah, this would be a nice area. A bento or just a coffee or something. Must be super nice in the spring, or like when the trees are blooming. Getting closer to the goal of this walk. Let's see if we can find a place to cross the street. Yeah, many cones here. Can you count all these? Good luck, Ray. What kind of camera do you use? I'm using my phone, which is a OnePlus 8 Pro. It's out of control. Kosugiに到着ですね。そうですね。Why not call it the 9 Pro? Yeah, good question. That's what I would call a skyscraper, rather than those 20-story buildings we have in Sweden. So what's the price of used cars? Okay, guess I can do that. This one is 172 times 10,000. The other ones I can't see the price from here. Now it turns green, so let's keep on walking. More cones. Conspiracy. Confusion. Kawasaki station is 8 kilometers from here. I see. I should try walking all the way there sometime. That would be a pretty good walk. I already walked. I don't know how far I walked so far today, but probably 5k-ish. Look, the sky is blue. That's definitely an improvement. Yeah, much better. Should have started this walk an hour later instead. That was not the Toei Shinjuku line, that was the Nambu line, the JR Nambu line that you saw. Toei Shinjuku line doesn't run around here. Under the bridge here. Oh, gross. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Thought there was a KO line which goes through Kawasaki for Shinjuku. No. As far as I know, there's no such line. Let's walk through. I think last time I came here a few months ago, this place was still under construction. This is a very new shopping mall with apartments on top. Let's see if we can go upstairs then. Someone wants to see the greenery. Let's see if we can go upstairs. Looks like there might be some like terrace, rooftop terrace or something. Just got locked down in Kanagawa? Really? That was news to me. Probably news to most people that we see right now as well, since we're in Kanagawa currently. Let's see, maybe we can go up here, or I think so. Kanagawa government request. Oh yeah. Yeah, I might grab a coffee here once I finish the stream, which I will do quite soon. Okay, so wasn't as green as I was expecting. You usually do such streams? Yes. Almost every day I do walking streams from Japan. Yeah, it turned into a very nice day. It was a very gloomy day an hour ago, but yeah, it's much better. Love from Canada. Thank you. But I think I will wrap up the stream here, since we reached the goal, and we are also getting close to the 1.5 hour mark, which is pretty good length, I think. So I hope you enjoyed walking with me today, even though it was a bit gloomy in the beginning and it was pretty, maybe not the most interesting streets, but anyway. And yes, you will. I will check out the link you sent me. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone who watched. And I'll see you all again soon, I hope. はいどう、バイバイ、またね。Thanks for the cone country. Thank you all. Bye bye.